Hello everybody, and welcome to Kobe's Classroom, the visual guide for the fight the Jade Stoa Unreal versus Byakko. Now just before we start, I want to note that I used the min eye level no echo extreme version of this fight to make this guide. I'm not expecting the Unreal version to be any different, never has been, but just in case, if they do massively shake it up for whatever reason, I'll delete this video and make a new one for you. Overall, this fight is pretty easy, so you shouldn't have too much trouble with it. So without further ado, let's get started. The main tank pulls the boss, and we get Storm Pulse, a raid wide. This is followed up by Heavenly Strike, a tank buster on the highest threat target. Next up is State of Shock, which will have Byakko grab the highest threat target, and place a stack marker on the opposite side of the arena to Byakko. Now there's two ways of dealing with this, and they're not really different. Some people might just prefer doing it one way over the other. We can either have the 2 melee DPS and H1 in the first stack, or we could do Light Party 1 in the first stack. In this group we had melees first, range second, so that's what I'll be using for the rest of this guide, but both ways are fine. Byakko will slam the main tank into the stack, giving everyone a physical vuln up. The off tank will want to provoke because they'll then get grabbed, and the remaining 3 players can soak the second stack. The main tank can provoke back.
Steel yourself! You're mine!
Then the boss will jump to the middle and cast Unrelenting Anguish and will start spewing these orbs out from the middle. Storm Pulse will do another couple raid wides and give 1 tank, 1 healer and 1 DPS an ominous wind debuff and a bubble around them. These players just have to avoid the other bubble players. The boss will face someone and start channeling fire and lightning, a line AoE, just move out of it, keep dodging orbs, and that's that. Hakutai Tiger will separate the tiger from Byakko. The off-tank will take this and point it south. Throughout this whole section we want to focus most of our damage on the tiger. 1 DPS and 1 healer will get marked with these prey markers. These will drop 3 puddles that inflict a heavy dot. Just try and take these on the edge. Healer west, DPS east, heading south. We get another raid wide, and the off tank will get hit by Swipe, which is a strong cleave. If they're pointing the tiger south, this should all be fine though. Another tank buster on the main tank, and the tiger will jump away, giving the off tank this flare marker, which will do a proximity AoE. Just take this directly south. At the same time, Byakko will do a distant clap donut AoE that everyone else should move into. The tiger will do a fire and lightning, move out of it, and finally a Storm Pulse raid wide. The tiger will jump into the middle and start casting the Roar of Thunder. This is a raid wide that does damage based on the remaining HP of the tiger. We can get into these tiger relative clock spots, and some orbs will appear. Just move out and soak your orb. If one of these hits the tiger, it'll heal it, which we really don't want. When you soak the orb, you'll get a physical vuln for a couple seconds. This whole part isn't very strict, just make sure they all get soaked, and then just kill the tiger. The cast finishes, moving into the intermission.
Twofold is my wrath, twice cast my foes!
Now this intermission phase is kind of a whole nothing burger really. It's cool, but it's long and doesn't do much. Some orbs will float up from the bottom, you just have to dodge them. And then we get a donut, and then a line. These are all very telegraphed and you can just move out of them. We get more orbs. Another line, end orbs. We get a donut, a line, and that's it. It finishes with a raid word.
My wrath is a ceaseless torrent.
Okie dokie, we're in phase 2 now, and most of this is stuff we've already seen, but with a couple new things peppered in. It starts with a tank buster, and then we get Hundredfold Havoc, which is some Exa flares. And if you don't know what these are, they're just going to move out in a direction that they show. There's 2 sets of these, wait for the first ones to move, then move into where they were. The main tank will get grabbed again, so the main tank's group will soak the stack. Remember, the off-tank needs to provoke. Then the off-tank group will get their stack. After this, we get Sweep the Leg, which is a 270-degree cleave. Behind him is safe. This happens pretty quickly, so move fast.
Lightning's here! Steel yourself! You're mine!
Unrelenting Anguish will spawn more orbs that I can't be bothered animating. They're just moving it like before. Here we're going to have the DPS up near A, the healers near B, and the tanks near C. So DPS red, healers yellow, tanks blue. We'll get some Storm Pulse raid words, and 1 DPS, 1 healer, and 1 tank will get marked with these AoEs. If you get marked, stand on your waymark to drop an expanding circle. Another tank, healer, and DPS will get the bubbles again, just avoid each other like before. We get a fire and lightning to move out of. Then Byakko will jump and use fire and lightning. Move out of it and avoid the growing circles. Byakko will jump north and throw out his tiger again. The off-tank will take it and point it south, but this time we're going to focus most of our damage on Byakko, ignoring the tiger. The 2 prey people will drop the puddles again. We get a flare and a donut, fire and lightning, donut, fire and lightning, and finally a tank buster. This might seem like a lot, but you just move out one after the other. The tiger jumps to the middle and starts his big cast again, and we get the orbs. Go and grab your orb. There'll be a Storm Pulse raid wide. Then near the end of the cast, the off tank will tank LB3 to mitigate most of the damage.
Twofold is my wrath, twice cast my foes!
A Fire and Lightning, never seen that before. Storm Pulse, crazy stuff. At this point you've seen everything, and it'll just combine some stuff, like the Exaflares and Growing Circles, move to your marker if you're marked. The main tank will get grabbed, their group will soak. If the off tank stands to the east or west, it should position Byakko to place the second stack in a safe position. But if not, don't worry too much. There's enough time after the growing circles disappear to make it into the stack. Finally, sweep the leg. All of these things just repeat until Enrage at 12 minutes, where he spams Storm Pulse. I hope this video helped you clear. Good luck hunting for the golden fox in your faux hollows. I had one week where I got 2 foxes, it was some pretty crazy stuff. But if you like this video, you can leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitch and Twitter at BigKobeLive. I'll be streaming the new Extreme and the Ultimate in 2 weeks, so I hope to see you there. I might stream on YouTube too, we'll see. Extreme Trial 3 guide coming tomorrow probably, so I'll see you then. Peace.